makes more sense.
But I don't.
You don't want to have one, on Main Street. People walking on the street.
Harry.
Oh, yeah. That's not going to go.
I don't want to think that when we did the sign ordinance before, just because we got what the planner at that time thought, I like to get the information from a planner, but that doesn't mean that I went on what he said, just that's what because he wanted it, I voted for it. So just because we're getting information from somebody that has seen things in other districts, as well as the city manager, I don't want everybody to think that that's why we're voting that way. We are getting information from somebody that knows a little more than what we know.
Like we gave a list of pros and cons, and we voted based on what, how it represents.
Mr. One. Yes. A lot of this information we take in, if it sounds like it will work well, we amended it, and now we're finding that
Might not work that well.
it doesn't work maybe in that district or a certain area, so that's time to look at it, like for that specific area or possibly wherever. Okay, let's go back to the pole sign in that area.
I think it would help the businesses.
There again, and that's the but. If the business wants that particular type sign, that's his trademark, I think we should have at least look at it.
If I could follow up just on what Ms. Hutchinson said, there's a reason that government is set up this way. Mr. Johnson and I are not local members of the community. We are professionals. We come in and provide you our opinions. At the end of the day, all the individuals sitting up there live in the community, live with this stuff on a day-to-day basis. And that is why you guys get to vote on it, and I do not. And I wouldn't have any other way. I think it's a great way to do business, and I just want the members of the public to be aware that members of the community are the ones voting on this.
That may, it would be nice if some of these issues that come up for us, if you would give us your recommendation and why, because you get more information.
Mr. Emmett, are you talking with me or Mr. Johnson?
You.
I do.
That was the first one that got. Okay.
Yes, because site plans often I don't have an opinion on.
Right.
This is more policy and legal-based stuff, and I do have opinions on those.
Yes.
So I strive to when I have the option and ability and time.
Okay. Yeah, I did like that. We got it in this jacket, so thank you.
In the past, we've asked your opinion. If you haven't given it, and is that okay?
Oh, absolutely. I'm just another professional here trying to help you and assist you make a decision.
Ask any questions you need to form to substantiate your own opinion on what we actually want. We're all three thinkers, and that's the best part.
Okay. And then, Mr. Johnson, the other thing too that we had talked about in kind of your memo was making sure that we were getting some ongoing training. And so if you could maybe provide Mr. Womack some topics that you think would be good. I think one that, like Mrs. Bremer has mentioned before, is like site plan review, kind of, what should we be looking at in those things, what should we be weighing and considering. And then also some potential dates. I mean, I think that training during one of our meeting times would be fine, but I know that before I had made some contacts with our surrounding municipalities, and several of the townships were interested in joining together for a training time. So if you could just like even think about some dates, it doesn't have to be on a Tuesday night. Maybe it's a different time, and we can send an invitation out to those other municipalities and see if they want to join on the training as well.
Sure, I looked at my calendar. August, there's a number of dates in August that would work.
Yep.
It goes to Mike and pass out to you. I'll try to look at the end of the month where you have the fifth Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, because most meetings aren't set up that way. So the end of August, there's, I think Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, there's a fifth Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, so the other communities aren't going to meet that night either.
Good.
And that might be a good time to come together for everybody to do that.
And this one, are you talking about doing like a site plan review, or what did you have in mind?
And I have a training book that covers the gamut from what's the role of the planning commissioner, zoning administrator, what is the site plan, what's the zoning, what's the conditional use permit, open meeting act, covers the whole gamut, and some ZBA stuff as well, so
And about how long would that training be?
hour and a half to 2 hours.
Okay. So, yeah.
If it's going to not be on a Tuesday night, I kind of need at least a month.
Well, I think we can pick something
Yeah.
pretty quickly. So,
Because I book at work on appointments, so if I can be here, I want it to be here.
What I'll probably do is I will send out the dates, I'll take straw poll on who's available, and I'll go with whoever's available.
and then maybe Rebecca, you could, because I think you have that list of all those email addresses for the other clerks. Just forward that to them and say, this is the date, if you want to come, RSVP. That'd be great to be able to share that with them.
You might not want to consider the end of August, because that's obviously weekend before, like in the last week of vacation.
Yeah, if people can't come on that date, we don't have enough response, then we'll look at.
Here long enough, so he knows it all anyway, right?
I know nothing.
All right. Mr. Johnson, anything else on that memo you want to address right now? Or?
On the workflow program?
Yeah.
No, not this time. We've got a good start. Just decide when you want to take up the next topic, and we'll move down that list.
All right, last item on our old business is the possible ordinance amendment to change the number of planning commissioners from 9 to 7. It's just under old business because we didn't really do anything with it last month. What's your pleasure? Do you want to continue to sit on it? Do you want to act on it? Do you want to kill it? I know it's kind of puts a little pressure on you to recruit some other people, but
I will tell you that in 2 days, I will make the recommendation to table this to the city council. I don't think it's right. I brought it forward to you because one of the planning commission members approached me. I think it will become more relevant in November, so we may come back and address it at that point.
okay.
Remember, because of the vote.
November, because you guys will likely be losing a few members at that point.
All right.
Curious question. I haven't seen anything in the paper. Was there a posting in the paper at all? Or no?
I'm sorry?
Was there a posting in the paper at all?
Ms. Newland sent an email 2 or 3 days ago.
Oh, of the article for planning commission?
Yeah.
Yes, I did request that from Judy.
I didn't see it. in the
Yeah,
paper.
it hasn't been in there
Okay.
yet.
Just curious.
Maybe on Thursday.
All right, so your recommendation, we just table this as well?
Yeah, that would be my recommendation.
Make that motion.
All right.
Second.
All right, a motion support to table that until city council maybe wants to send it back or something, so, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed, no? Okay. Rebecca, you got any correspondence for us?
Just same old.
Okay.
Hopefully Judy will get an article in the Post here shortly.
Yeah, and if we, I would just, I guess, say to the rest of you, a lot of times when those articles show up, then they get posted either online or even on the Cedar Springs Post Facebook page, so let's use our contacts as well, and just maybe share that article on your Facebook, so we can get the word out to some other people, and you might have some neighbors and friends in the community that will be a great asset on this board, so try to spread the word.
Could I suggest when you do post it to send it to the board members so that we can send it out to people if we know people?
We mean on the city's Facebook page?
Yeah. Just so because I'm not on the Facebook page for Cedar Springs usually, and I usually don't get on
Why not?
That's a great question, but
That's where,
I'm not
that's where another
Share
one.
with us.
All the fun stuff happens there.
Mr. Womack, anything for us?
I think we're making good strides towards making the city more business friendly. I think maybe there was some misinterpretation or misunderstanding of what we're trying to do here. The city's moving in the right direction right now, and I'm happy to see that.
Fellow commissioners, any comments from you? Yes.
I think you're right. I think this board has been a lot more business friendly than I've seen it in years past, many years past. And I hope we can get that message out to people so that they know that we really are working to, make Cedar Springs business friendly.
I'd like to mention the fact that, I can't think of his name, the owner of the micro cannery, he didn't stop into my place as being a local business owner. He's talking to me about what he was planning and what, because he's going to, his plan is to separate part of it out and separate part of it to other people, and he was asking me what I thought would go good in, what business type, downtown city could use. So we had that conversation. We didn't talk about a site plan or anything like that.
Good.
It's not a manufacturing, it's going to be an assembly. They're going to bring components in and assemble these components, and then they would be shipped out or sold to someone else, that another brewery that can literally can their product, be it soda or whatever. So they're shipping in items and assembling them and then sending them out.
And that's going to be in the back portion, so it's still going to have a storefront that two other businesses can use. So you plan on repainting it? I'm like, yay.
Cutting the brush.
Good. Any comments?
Is that the kind of information that we're supposed to put under ex parte communication?
No, only if there's something that's like, we're gonna be voting on it here.
And currently, there is no application from this individual,
Okay, that's just a minute.
although I think it was wise for them to at least mention that they've had this discussion.
That's one of the reasons I did. Myself and Manager Womack, we have a discussion with a lot of different entities coming in and going, and it's like, okay, what do I say, what do I do? When it comes to a vote, then I will disclose that we have had conversations.
Right. Yes.
Is there a way to get out to the public what the role of the planning commission is, what they control, what they don't control, maybe even with the council? Because we have a lot of people coming in here yelling and screaming at us when there's not a lot we can do about situations. It's like, I don't think they know where they're supposed to go, for one thing. For another, I think it would help us to have all that too. And that's what you said with some of the training. But I think it might be good for the public to know what our roles are supposed to be.
Well, I read the article that Ms. Newland sent to Ms. Reed, and it did outline to a certain extent what the planning commission does.
Good.
The problem is this. The people who come in and yell, I don't think they want to know, or are not willing to put the effort into figuring out what the planning commission does. The individual who was here earlier, I would have happily sat down with him and explained to him what the ordinance, I think he was upset about. My door is open. I'm happy to discuss things with people. My staff does a great job on discussing things with people. We had a number of individuals come in the last couple of weeks to discuss the MU district. And so I'm happy to talk with people. But
And we're not talking about you. Okay, good. I didn't want you to take it the wrong way. No.
But it's complicated. Well, on the surface, what you guys do is pretty easy to understand and transparent. My job, Mr. Johnson's job, the ordinances, it's very complicated. That's why they're lawyers.
Okay.
But yeah, the article at least touched on it. If somebody's interested, they can certainly do more reading.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, do I get to decide who's giving the city council report?
I can take something, I guess.
All right.
Instead of making it, well, we had a special city council meeting here last month, last week of the month, right?
Yeah.
We're going to look at wisely spending some of the unspent budgeted money on stuff for crosswalk.
Our training money the council has is left over. We're
Last night, someone,
spend it.
And attorney fees that your city manager saved.
Yeah.
a couple dollars.
So that,
But we're looking at spending it on some pedestrian crosswalk signs to help, encourage safer crossing. Along Main Street, we're looking at Maple and one right out here, right? And some people that like to have them at each intersection, we're just kind of doing the baby step method with what we have available.
Good.
And we're also looking at slowing some of the traffic down by having the clocks out there that check the speed, speedometers or whatever. Yeah, but the city don't own them ones. That one there is a Kent County Sheriff Department, and you get them when it's available. So they may be here, and it goes for another community, but these ones will be ours.
Crosswalk signs on Maple and Main.
Yes.
the crosswalk.
They're painted there, but a lot of people don't adhere to it. So we're gonna put some signs in there that say, hey, you're supposed to slow down. Paraphrase, but.
Difficult to get across that.
The radar sign will be mobile, recordable, so we can move them when there's a complaint from a resident, we can set it on their street, and it actually goes to the speed. And that seems to have a calming effect of out the traffic.
Yes.
So,
Mr. Johnson, you got anything else for us?
not at this time.
Okay. Motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Support?
Support.
All in favor?